Welcome to the Diamond Spotlight interview. I am Barbara Beckley, the founder of the Diamond Factor LLC, where the mission is to empower women to understand their PPD, as I call it, their purpose, passion, and drive. And this platform is to make sure to increase their exposure and their visibility so they can shine like a diamond to the world. And today we have a wonderful, wonderful, and I call all the Lady Queen Diamonds, and we have royalty sitting today. Lorraine Sanborn, prosperous mentor, wellness advisor, success mentor, health aging advocate, life insurance agent, lifestyle specialist, trainer, master networker, meeting facilitator, leadership, event planner. I know everybody's like, oh my God, I had to list all these because I told you she is royalty. She has so many things that she does. And the list goes on. Lorraine's business is fabulous, begins at 50. She loves working with people to help them achieve their health and wealth goals. And with all that I said, you can see why she helps them achieve that. Lorraine Queen, welcome to the Diamond Factor Spotlight.
Good morning, Barbara, and all you lovely ladies and gentlemen that are looking at me and Barbara, the Queen of Diamonds.
Oh my God, I just thought about that with the cards. Thank you, lady. But you are the queen. The queen. I mean, everything I read, and we've been talking for a little bit, and I'm telling you, the first time I met you, Miss, you just are amazing. I just have to let you know you are amazing, and you inspired me. I mean, you really have inspired me to look at things differently health wise, and then other aspects too. I mean, you even taught me some things on Zoom that I've been using Zoom for a while. I was like, wow.
Didn't we have fun with that?
On anymore. This is awesome.
Oh my God, I can even put my lipstick on with Zoom.
Oh. I was like, see, and this is what I love about collaborating with other women. And well, I work with a lot of women, so I say women, but men too. I love the men out there. But when women come together and we can collaborate, we learn so much more and we heighten each other up even more. So, and this is what that's why I say you have to come. We have to interview you. People need to know who you are because you are just spectacular. So with that, we're gonna get right into it because it's about you. And
thank you.
I noticed, I mentioned about the health advisor and all you do there. And one thing I always like to ask the ladies when they come on is, with what you do now, what really just kind of just started you to have that purpose, that like passion that, bubbled in you and said, I want to do this. I want to be in this industry or this business.
Barbara, I've been in the network marketing industry over the last, well, I'm 79, so I never hide my age. So I've been in the network marketing industry probably 50 years. I remember the first time I did any network marketing, it was with a company called Holiday Magic, and you bought the products, you put them in the garage and hope like crazy that you sold them. So the evolution of network marketing obviously has changed. So I'm very grateful to be part of an industry that allows especially women just to be able to earn what they want, live the life they want, and to be able to help other people achieve those same goals. So why I got into this particular company was for my own health and to create a legacy for my family. So just a little bit of my backstory. My husband and I met in 1983, third marriage for me. We immediately bought motorcycles and we rode motorcycles, traveled for 25 years. But the last few years of his life, I was his primary caregiver. So anybody that's been a primary caregiver, you pretty much know you put yourself on the back burner. So he passed away, it'll be 11 years this May. And 7 years ago, my daughter decided that she wasn't feeling good in her own skin. And we, because whenever she does something or I do something, we do things together. I'm very grateful the fact that she's not only my daughter, but she's one of my best friends. She is actually my best friend. So she went out, we had looked at and tried a real replacement shake with the company years before, but we didn't do anything with it. It wasn't something that we wanted to pursue. So she went out to replace it and found at the health food store that because of the way it's processed and all the ingredients in it, can't be replaced with something off the shelf. So quick story, she comes home, she goes on Facebook and she writes, who sells isogenics? So she was immediately responded by a woman by the name of Samantha Lockacher, who I will be eternally grateful for my life. So 7 years ago, she said, all right, Mom, I'm going to do this. And I said, okay, you know what? I need to look at myself. I'm 72. I'm not on any medication. I have no health issues. And why not do something to help myself? So I needed to lose a few pounds, but more than that, I needed more mental focus. I needed more energy. I needed to just ensure myself that I was going to live a healthy life going forward. So that's why I started. I lost the weight I wanted to lose. I continue to use all of the products that we have because it is ensuring me that I'm living a healthy lifestyle. But the other side of that, when I look back, Barbara, I could not have cured my husband's health issues because that's not something I could have done. But we used to argue all the time about what he was going to eat, what he wasn't going to eat. You can't live on ice cream and cheeseburgers, right? So if I'd had the nutritional products that I have now, I would have been able to at least given him something that would have sustained him more. And I would have felt better about it. We, like I said, we would have had less arguments. So that's the big reason I started. The other reason I stay is because of the company, the values, the mission, and the integrity of the company. And I know that every product I put into my body has been third-party tested, peer-reviewed studies, nothing but the highest science standards of levels of ingredients. So I have no qualms, if you will, to be able to share this with other people. And my goal is two things this year. One is to share the gift of life that I have to people. And the second thing is my goal for 2021 is I am looking to build a team of like-minded people and to help them build teams of like-minded people. And that's what the network marketing industry allows us to do. Grow ourselves and to also grow other people and to help them achieve their health and wealth goals.
Wow.
Does that answer your question?
Doesn't answer my question. I'm still like it all. I'm like, oh my God. Well, just at the beginning, well, first of all, 11 years with your husband gone. So, I'm right there. I kind of know. I mean, it's been years, but still. So I'm there for you with that. And then just to you and your daughter being good friends and being the besties. Me and my mother and I was the same. We did our little, tug of war, but she
We
was
have those too. Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be a part of a relationship if you didn't have a little. It's like a little spice and everything else, But to be there for each other and for you two to discover that, hey, you know what? This health thing is really working. Let's see what we can do. And I mean, you are just the commercial. Every time, like I talked to you before, of the youth serum, I always say, because I mean, okay, everybody out there, she just said, if you didn't notice when she was telling about her passion, she's 79 young. 79. Oh my God. I mean, if you don't listen to Lorraine, something's wrong. Something's totally wrong. It's like your head is in the sand, and I don't know what you're listening to, but come on now. Then when she told me that the first time I met her, I was like, you know what? You don't have to tell me anything else about the company, what you do health-wise. You are just the picture of just the health. And I told myself when I get, oh my God, I said, can I be like you when I get that age? So yeah, so we're going to be working together. We already talked about it, and I'm going to be coming aboard. But I'm just letting other people know that you don't have to ask no questions to her. I mean, just, look at how beautiful she is, and she's keeping herself really well with the health, wellness. And, it's so important right now because there's so many different, I read other things that, because I tried other, I hate to say is I tried different other, I hate to say diets, because in diet, I hate it says die in there. And I always tell people I don't
Right.
use that word. And there's just so many different, like, other things that can just mess you up inside, which I'm like, okay, where's the natural stuff? I mean, there have to be some natural things there to keep you going, because if it's all this other things that they said, you can't even read the word from it. You can't even read the word on it. It's like, okay, what is that? But I'm glad that you cite, you really that's your passion and your purpose of what you're doing with that, and you're moving forward, and you're building a team. You're building a team of people to help others in that area. So kudos to you. Kudos to you.
I just want to interject. I have a 19-year-old grandson who's been wrestling since he was 5. And not this past school year, but the year before, he did a gap year at a prep school. And I'm so proud of him because he was the only second person in that school that's ever achieved the status of National All-American. And the other one was in basketball, and Tyler is in wrestling. And he's been using all of the performance products for the last 7 years. And he'll tell you how he's fueled. And, it's a family affair for us. Like I said, my daughter-in-law, we just all embrace what we're doing and the products that we're using. So I'm very, very grateful.
Yes, yes. And nowadays with, with health, because I know everybody's, well, majority, some people are really, we're looking again secondhand of kind of how to, make yourself increase with your health wise and be better. Because I want to live. I know I was talking to a friend the other day, and they were like, well, I'm living to be 150. And I said, you know what? That's nice to have that goal, but you have to make sure that you're doing things to live to 150. So like you just said earlier, Lorraine, if you eat cheeseburgers and you're eating, like snacks here and there, potato chips and all that kind of stuff, I'm not saying that you shouldn't eat it once in a blue moon, but if you're doing it every other day, 150 you might not see. So just, I wanted to give them that aspect of it. And then I told them they need to talk to you.
Thank you. I want to live a long life, but I want it to be a healthy life, a vibrant life, a life where I can go out and do things. And I'll tell you, COVID has kept me in, but it hasn't kept me from reaching out. I've met so many different people because of Zoom, and I've joined different networking groups online. And I've been able to, I'm in BNI, Business Network International, and I've gone to different, what I've not been able to do if we didn't have this, is go to meetings in different areas. I was in New Jersey yesterday. I was in Idaho a couple of weeks ago. So I'm meeting new people. So keeping your brain active and allow whatever business you're in, just be sure that you can share that with other people. And you used the word collaboration earlier. I'm in a group that it's called Grow Smarter on Facebook. And Dr. Devia Shepherd is the founder of that group, and collaboration is one of our biggest focuses. So, join some groups. Keep your mind going, keep learning. I've been challenged to do a 30-day live. So Michelle Adrishak's group that I'm in Canada, she suggested, as other people have, use the alphabet. So I've started using the alphabet. Yesterday was on balance, work-life balance. Today is C. I'm going to use collaboration. So just keep your mind going. It's physical and it's mental.
Now, Lorraine, see, you're reading my mind now, because of what I was going to ask you, and you just answered it about, I was going to ask you, because dealing with the pandemic and everything that's going around, and being in the health field, give us some tips or guidelines on how to increase our mindset and, what to do in these challenging moments. And you kind of you hit it right on the nail here.
Sorry, I preempted you there.
Oh, see, I'm telling you, I'm loving it.
We were meant, Michelle Atkins introduced us, and I'll be eternally grateful to her, not
Yeah.
only for who she is and what she does, but the fact that she introduced me to you, Barbara. This is awesome.
See, this is what I tell people, collaborate. You never know who you're going to meet and who you could really, not just collaborate business-wise, but sometimes you just meet a good friend. I tell
Right,
people,
exactly.
Sometimes we look at, oh, I can network this person, then we can, get the business together. But sometimes it's just having another person say, you know what, I can call you a true friend. So, Lorraine, I really look at you as a friend right now. I really do.
Thank you, Barbara.
Yes.
Thank you. And I hope I know our relationship is going to be ongoing, so I'm really excited.
Yeah. I already got thoughts in my head, Lorraine, after we talk, so get ready. Some other stuff that we can do.
We're there for each other, girl. We're there.
And you inspire me, so I can't leave you alone now, because it's like. But now, just going back to the health, because I know a lot of times people, especially with health, they're always looking for like maybe some things, some educated things to get them going, or certain where they should start. So, you doing this for a long time and understanding the different, ways of how to do it. What would you give, an individual to say, this is where you might want to start?
Well, people come to me with different needs. Okay. Some people come to me because they're working out and they're not getting the best results. So we can talk about performance products. People come to me because one woman saw me post a while back of one of my colleagues who started his business when he was 74 and now he's in his 90s. And there's a picture of him and I together. And this is the only year we haven't had one because we didn't go to the same conferences. But she messaged me and she said, I'm 70 and I want to look like you when I'm 79. So we talked about, she needed to lose some weight. She needed to have more mental energy, mental clarity. She needed more energy. And God bless her, she's out there walking 10,000 steps every day, and so I guess to answer your question, Barbara, it's depending where somebody is coming to me for. Yeah. So if it's for weight management, then we sit down and we do an analysis. I need to know who you are. What do you eat? What do you do? How can what we have support that? And it's all about support. We have closed Facebook groups that we put people in so that they can see others and get tips. So again, where do you start? It starts with, what do you want to do? Mm-hmm. And if you're on a scale of 1 to 10 and you tell me you're a 5, well, maybe you're not ready yet, but what can I do to help you get to a 9 or a 10? So again, it's individual. There's no, what do you call it? Rubber stamping, or there's a word for what I'm trying. Yeah, it's individual. And we have solutions for each individual need.
And see, that's what, for you're so good at, like you said, talking to each individual, making sure that you're meeting their need for what their needs are. Like you said, it could be because maybe people want more energy. Some people might, like you said, want weight loss. Some people, maybe they can't sleep at night or something and they need something for that. So like you said, it depends on the individual and where they're at. But then I always tell people that be ready. It's a mindset too, because you can say to yourself, you're ready to do something. And then when you start talking, it's like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Or just your actions kind of speak. And, you have to say to yourself or tell that individual, well, when you get to that point, call me and we'll talk.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. And if it's not me, somebody on our team, or somebody's going to support you. And I'm just here to do what I can. That's all. Yeah. And to go by example, like you said, I mean, I think I'm a testimonial.
Yes, you don't think, Lorraine, you are. That's what you are. It's like, wow, amazing.
Thank you.
That's why I tell people, I said, just talking to you, I was like, okay, if somebody said, well, I'm on the fence. You're on the fence? Are you crazy? Did you just talk to Lorraine? You're on the fence, really? You shouldn't be on the fence.
Yeah. It's all about need for myself personally, and that's why back 7 years ago, when when she called me and said, Mom, we're going to do this, I didn't hesitate because it was
Wow.
the timing was right for me. And I've talked to other people that maybe they've got to wait 6 months, a year, maybe they never want to do it. I don't know, but I can
Yeah.
only give them the option.
Oh yeah, yeah. And like I said earlier, we all have to make the decision, because if you don't make, well, you know, the individuals don't make the final decision, then as we know, Lorraine, it's not going to go well down the journey, because now they made a decision because maybe somebody told them, or somebody said, you better
Right.
do this or something. Not so much of them saying, you know, I want to do this. It's in me now. I'm ready to go. Believe me, I've been there where others said, well, Barbara, you should do this. And I'm like, okay, they told me to do it. And then it didn't go well because it wasn't really for me, because I was so busy doing it for somebody else, or somebody else told me to do it. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing too.
Yeah, it has to be for you. You know, I'm creating a legacy for my family, whether it's a big legacy or a little legacy, you know. And a lot of people, the difference of $100 a week or $500 a month can change the trajectory of their family's lives, you know. And people come in and they never want to share it with anybody else, but personally, I don't know. I'm just not a selfish person. And when I have something, it's just like if you go to a good movie, you don't even think about it. You just say, hey, I went to see such and such a movie the other night. Well, if somebody says to you, hey, man, you're looking really good, what's going on? If you don't share that with them, I just feel
Like
I would be selfish not to share.
Yeah, it's like a injustice, I would want to say, yeah, of not letting that other individual know something that can really help them, you know.
Yeah,
And you know
yeah.
what? This is, see, I'm telling you, we're thinking like this. This goes into a statement you put on. I looked on your LinkedIn, and I'm loving this. I'm going to read it because this to me is a model, not just for anybody. You said, I have learned that life is about taking care of others and being on a path to lead to one's own success. I believe that through servicing others, I become my best self. And I'm loving that, what you just said. So I just wanted to get a little bit more, because I know there's inspiration behind it. So
I guess I just look back and I've done many, many things over my lifetime. You know, I was in life insurance, I was a bookkeeper, I was doing a lot of things. And like I said, I've been in several different network marketing businesses, and it's just to better myself and to help others be better is just something that it's just part of my DNA, I guess. And, you know, I've been told that I'm a master networker. I love to be able to reach out to other people to share, to give them opportunities. I mean, I started a women-only networking organization 7, 12, 11 years ago, and I've watched the women that have come through that. And one example is a friend of mine 3 or 4 years ago. She came to the group with an idea of, she's a veterinarian, and she had this wonderful idea that she wanted her own practice. So over that time, over a period of time, we did what we call fresh storming, brainstorming, and really supported her, and so happy for her. She's got one of the most successful veterinarian practices in our area, and I'm so proud of her. But that's just one example of what it is to give and to share with other people. So
yeah.
I don't know if that answers that specific question, but that's just who I am. And I'm not bragging on myself. It comes from my heart, and I truly want to help other people.
Well, that's awesome. I know this is your quote. I love this quote. You should be putting this all over because it's very inspirational. It really is. I mean, when I read it, I read it twice. I was like, wow. You know, and everybody has different, because I'm myself, I love to help women. Like I said, my biggest thing is to help them with their exposure, and people get to know who they are, because I just think that ladies are royalty. That's why I call you queens. So when I read this from you, I was like, oh, see, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. When you can help others and be on that learning path, it just, it's just a whole nother world, a better world. So yes, that's your quote. You need to put it out there.
Okay, thank you so much.
You know, everybody has their little famous people. You're a famous person. You have that quote, put it out there so people can learn from it and go by and get the wisdom. Get the wisdom.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
I really enjoy. See, this one thing about with the queens I talk to, I feel like I could talk to you for a long time, but I know with our time. So I want to ask you any last words that you want to leave the listeners, and then where they can contact you.
Last words, I guess, are just let's talk. Let's just talk. Let me help you help yourself. You know, I never rehearse anything that I talk about. And it's just, I guess, coming from my heart is that I can help you. The company's products can help you, and you have to help you. So one of the best ways to get my contact information is to, and I love this, I have a digital business card because we're not out, we can't hand out business cards anymore. So I have a digital business card, and all you have to do is text the word energy to 21,000, and you will get a text message, and you will be able to download my digital business card right to your phone. There's icons on there that'll get you to Facebook, to LinkedIn, to my calendar to book appointments with me, which I love that opportunity. And then there's a few other links that are on that. So that's a real easy way to get all of my contact information. But if you just want to call me, you can use my cell, which is 860-235-0257. And I'm on LinkedIn and I'm on Facebook as Lorraine M Sanborn. So just reach out to me. Let's connect. Let's talk.
Awesome, Lorraine. Well, thank you, Lady Royalty Queen Diamond Lorraine, for coming on the Diamond Factor Spotlight. I truly, truly appreciate you. And I always ask the listeners out there, please reach out to our queens. I mean, they're doing so much, and they're trying to help so many people out there. And she, like she just said, she's there for you. Just have a talk with her. And believe me, you will get a lot out of the talk. And just not health-wise, but mentally too, and physically, because she is just all those three. She's like what they call the triple threat. She's a triple threat in her business. So I'm loving it. So thank you, Lorraine, again, for allowing me to spotlight you for your business. And I truly wish you continuous success in your life and in your business. And to those who are listening, thank you for joining us for another special edition of the Diamond Factor Spotlight interview. You can join the FB community under Diamond Factor Experience. And if you wish to be spotlighted like this wonderful queen was today, please contact me through Messenger and we can get you on the calendar. And remember, as I always say, that you have that diamond factor in you, that PPD, that purpose, passion, and drive that pushes you. That's your foundation. So when things are going crazy all over the place in the world, this pandemic or whatever it is, that you still have what keeps your peace. And that's within you, of who you are. Never forget that. Because not only shine for yourself, but you can shine for others for your genius that you have. With that said, thank you again, Lorraine, for being the queen today and all the time. And I wish you again great success, and we will see everybody at the next Diamond Factor Spotlight interview. Bye.
Thank you, Barbara, and thank you for all that are watching.